I mean,
Okay.
just hear me out and listen to me.
I am.
If you don't know who the person is, it's a much bigger problem. If you know who it is, it's very, very easy. Okay.
Right.
And you always, I mean, you guys are notorious for always getting worked up over everything.
Hey everyone, Brian from Madness and Motive. Tonight I came across audio between Charlie, Donna, and Harvey Adelson that I think you will find interesting. The audio is split into 4 clips. All of them are interesting and have new information that I was not aware of before. But tonight we're going to focus on clips number 2 and number 4. I actually transcribed this audio so we could really pick it apart and dissect it. We're going to listen to the calls, and then we're going to refer to the transcript, and I'm going to highlight some things for you, give you some thoughts, and I invite you to share your own thoughts in the comments after you've watched. Because I'm using audio from one of my Chrome tabs, I am going to have to do some jumping around, so please excuse that. But without further ado, let's jump into it. Like I said, I've transcribed these 2 videos, and I've linked the transcript in the description. There's also a link to the actual call. So if you want to open up the transcript now, I think that would be a great idea so you can follow along. Let's listen to clip number 2 from this call between Charlie and his parents.
Hi. Quick question. Did you ever check that phone number I gave you last night?
Yeah, everything's fine. So Dad took the day off?
Dad did not feel well, actually. He didn't go to bed until 5:30 in the morning. So going to bed at 5:30, I got up actually at 6:30, and he took a look at me and said, "He can't." I said, "No problem." I told the girls that he didn't feel well. His patients are all being seen Wednesday and Thursday. And
hang on one second. Hey, hang on one second.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, can you take an X-ray for me? Okay, I'll be there in 1 minute. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so that was, he could not remember a night that he didn't go to sleep. And
Yeah, no, I mean,
he said, "I can't function well." But did you
that's fine. Did you tell him what I told you yesterday? I mean, it's not
100%.
I mean, does he agree? Does he agree with what I said? I mean, it's not.
It sounds like it will be fine.
It's 1,000%. I know. Yeah. I know what. Listen, what you worry about is when you don't know who's doing something.
No, but it sounds like this company usually fixes those fridges pretty quickly. So
listen to me. Not listen to me. Stop with the fucking nonsense, because I really don't want to come down there anymore. I need to distance myself from this.
Right.
I mean, just hear me out and listen to me.
I am.
Just hear me out.
I am.
If you don't know who the person is, it's a much bigger problem. If you know who it is, it's very, very easy. Okay.
Right.
And you always, I mean, you guys are notorious for always getting worked up over everything throughout. As long as I've known you, it's always been, it's always been everything's a big deal. Got to get worked up about everything. Everything is a huge deal. And I'm just saying, so this is no different. But I'm just telling you, stop.
Okay, so there you have it. That's our first clip, or clip number 2 out of the group of 4. And let's go over some of the things that we heard, because I actually think there are some really important bits there. Number 1, Donna starts off with, "Quick question, did you ever check that phone number I gave you last night?" This line, as well as many others throughout the 2 videos we're going to listen to, I think confirms that we are talking about the bump. This is obviously before Charlie has been arrested or, found guilty of being involved in this. But I think this is right around the time of the bump. Charlie says, "Yeah, everything's fine." And then they go into Harvey. Now, Harvey is struggling here, clearly. Donna says, "Dad didn't feel well. Actually, he didn't go to bed until 5:30 in the morning." And she continues on. Charlie wonders, "Did you tell him what I told you yesterday?" And this right here, I think, is Charlie wondering, "Mom, didn't you tell Dad what I said, that it'll be taken care of, everything's fine? Why is he reacting this way?" So to me, it's starting to sound like this is a reaction from Harvey to the bump, which again brings him closer to this whole thing. Charlie goes on to say, I mean, does he agree? Does he agree with what I said? This is after Donna confirms that, yeah, she did relay what Charlie had said, but he still didn't feel well. Donna here then goes on to kind of confirm that she's doing okay with it. Maybe she hears Charlie getting worked up or something, but she says, yeah, it sounds like it will be fine. It sounds like this company usually fixes those something pretty quickly. And here Donna is using that code speak that we've heard on other calls. And so again, this just further cements to me that we're talking about the bump because, this is in reference to Charlie reaching out to Katie, discussing ways to solve it, fix it. So that's, kind of an incriminating line there. Charlie gets really irritated here after the code speak and says, Mom, listen to me. Stop with the effing nonsense because I really don't want to come down there anymore. I need to distance myself from this. I think Charlie is really cracking here. Like I said in another video, the bump just broke everything apart and sent everything into disarray. So Charlie suspects that law enforcement might be onto something here. He can feel that his parents are starting to break and they're starting to panic. And he's desperately trying to hold this whole thing together and tell everyone, be cool. But it is not going well. Charlie then delivers this line that I've heard him say before, I believe in a conversation with Katie and maybe another one with his mom. If you don't know who the person is, it's a much bigger problem. If you know who it is, it's very, very easy, okay? Again, this is another line that we've heard him use in reference to the bump and directly after the bump. So the timeline is right there. We've heard him say this before. In my opinion, this puts us on the timeline right at the bump. That's what these people are reacting to. And Charlie finishes with saying, you guys are notorious for always getting worked up over everything. You guys, not just Donna and Harvey. So we're clearly at the bump. We have Harvey having a very negative reaction. It's being acknowledged that he's negatively reacting to the bump. This is just my opinion. This is my reading of it. But again, in my opinion, I think it's very hard to escape what I just laid out. And so I think potentially this could be, used as evidence against Harvey. Maybe not. Maybe it's too flimsy. But to me, it's really telling the story. And just about a week and a half ago, I thought Harvey could have had nothing to do with any of this. I thought he was really quiet behind the scenes, maybe even uninvolved. I absolutely do not think that anymore with everything I've watched and read and listened to, this included. Okay, now let's listen to the second bit of audio I wanted to focus on. This is video number 4 in the complete series, but I think this has more that kind of ties Harvey into this whole thing.
I'm just saying, like, you could worry about everything. I mean, listen, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything to anybody. Somebody is fishing. Let them fish. They know too that you don't have nothing to do with anything. So it's not like it's like me going to my next door neighbor and saying, hey, I know you're whatever. Like, okay, they look at me like I have 3 heads. I mean, that's pretty much the impression and that's the appropriate impression is because someone talks to you about something you don't know what they're talking about. You go, I don't know what you're talking about. So somebody asked somebody to talk to, and you told them you don't know what they're talking about. Like, basically, you get lost. I mean, that's the truth. You don't know. If you don't know what you don't know. Or if you don't know something, you don't know something like this. There's not much you can do to help that person out, unfortunately. But it's not like you do know that person and you're not helping them. If you don't know somebody, you don't know somebody. So, it's like someone coming and talking to me about someone who I don't know. I just said, dude, I don't know who you're talking about, and I don't know. Sorry. Like, I mean, so I'm just saying, but you get worked up. It's not done like that.
It's not. Honey, as long as You tell me that this is being taken care of.
Mom, it's being taken care of the best that I know it's being taken care of. But I know you get yourself all worked up and all fucking crazy, and it's that has to stop. I mean, I really don't want to,
Okay. Well, I did have to talk to you, didn't I?
Yeah, but I mean,
wasn't that important that I contact you?
No, I know, but you were like, Dad's not going to go work. I mean, like.
Well, he said he was after we spoke last night, and then he never went to bed. So that was the problem.
Oh, the thing is, you get yourselves all worked up.
I know.
And it's always, I'm just saying, it's always, you're getting a little better in time, but I'm just saying it's always, all worked up. I mean, it's
trying.
I know where it's coming from. Well, I know, but maybe.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, team, we're back at the transcript. A lot to talk about there. So this one opens with Charlie saying a lot of words. And the way I read these and the way I hear this is he's almost trying to retroactively coach his mom. So I think he believes that the bump interaction and Donna's and maybe even Harvey's subsequent reaction did not go well. And so when he's rambling over and over about, if you don't know someone, you don't know someone, and this is how you react, and this is what I would do if someone came up to me, and he's just going on and on. And I think actually what he's doing is trying to fix what actually happened through this conversation. It's kind of odd, but I've done it before. I've seen people do it before. And in my opinion, that's what's going on here, is trying to maybe coach his mom potentially for the future if there are other interactions, because I think he thinks she's not handling this kind of stuff well. And Donna sort of listens to it, and then she doesn't cut in, but I think she wants to kind of put a stop to it and says, well, honey, as long as you tell me this is being taken care of. He says, yes, it's being taken care of the best that I can, but you're getting yourself worked up, and this is all effing crazy. It has to stop. Donna then sort of sticks up for herself here and says, well, I did have to talk to you, didn't I? Wasn't it important that I contact you? And Charlie says yes, but he, sort of goes back to the fact that she's getting all worked up. And they talk about Harvey again. He said he was going to work after we spoke last night, and then he never went to bed. That was the problem. Charlie says, you get yourselves all worked up over everything. And once again, I'm kind of pinpointing the words being said here. Charlie says, yourselves. So it's clearly, to me, not just Donna getting worked up. It's not just Donna who was rattled about the bump. And it's not just Donna and Charlie who knew about the bump. In my opinion, it seems very clear now, especially, that Harvey knew about the bump and he was incredibly rattled by it. And why would he be? If he didn't know anything about this and he wasn't directly involved in it, and there wasn't a consequence, a very heavy, serious consequence attached to this, then why? Why the reaction? So for me, it is incredibly compelling. That's what I chose to focus on. I encourage you to take this transcript, go listen to all 4 clips. I want to give proper credit to the docket on Twitter. It's at ChasingPaper89. So I want to give proper credit there. These aren't my clips or anything, but I found them very compelling. It's new audio between Charlie and his parents. Who knows what else is out there? Things are starting to get leaky, and I look forward to more releases. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've actually got a couple new ones in the works. I hope you're looking forward to them. If you did enjoy this, give me a like. Please give me a subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.